Just before the break, we showed you this week's What's Right with Our Schools that featured a special young lady that raised money for the St. Jude's Children's Hospital. And Morgan Crawford, along with Vice Principal at Ridgeland High School, Dr. Rob Stinson, joined us this morning. So we
Welcome.
I know we've never done that before, where we actually showed the package and then had you on. But you know, I've known you for a little while and just thought that was such a great thing that you did.
Well, thank you.
And Dr. Stinson, I was going to ask you, this was something that, you know, I'm familiar with Ridgeland, and Alexandra and I were talking, but senior project, that's not something that just every high school does.
No, I didn't do it at my school.
Right. So tell us,
we didn't do
no,
that.
I didn't have to, but what a good experience.
Right.
You know, so let's talk a little bit about what that is for people that aren't familiar and do not have a student at Ridgeland.
Right, well, it's a lot of things. It can be a legacy project, it can be something that is career, community, or school focused, and it's a chance for the students to serve and give back.
Right.
Like in Morgan's case, you know.
Right, absolutely. So they take us through this process, Morgan, because I know a little bit. You had to, you know about this. I mean, you know, you learn as a freshman, you see the kind of things that the others have gone through. So how do you come about picking a senior project? How does that process happen?
Well, they give us a guideline, and you make a decision what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You can do anything from community service to job shadowing, maybe a career field you want to go into, just learning more about what's out there.
Right.
I chose softball.
Yeah, right. And how did you, so because you love softball, she's a tremendous softball player. We featured you
I was seeing some of the clips there.
So tell us about, we have a photo here. Tell us about this, what you did to actually raise funds.
What I actually did is I decided to put on a student versus staff slow pitch softball game to raise money for St. Jude. We end up having gate money. Right. We charge $2 to students who wanted to come and watch because not every student could participate.
Right.
If they could, if they wanted to.
Right.
But they did. So the ones who didn't sign up and didn't want to participate, who wanted to come and watch, we charged $2 for them to come. And I chose softball because I love softball, and it's a great.
And why did you choose St. Jude's?
Yeah.
So I chose St. Jude is because I wanted to make a difference in kids my age. I want to do something for my generation. Softball brings me joy when I play softball. Every time I'm on the field, it's just like my escape, my happy place. And I know kids who are sick and fighting the battle that no one wants to fight sometimes don't have that joy or that happy place to escape because they're in their room and they're sick and they're just fighting. So I wanted to help them and make them feel that happy. I want them to get better.
It was such a good organization. Yes. It was a great idea. And you know, events like this, Ridgeland has a lot. I guess it's important though to kind of have open that time up for kids. So this takes place, I guess, in the afternoon. Is that when y'all did that? And,
yes.
Because y'all have a lot of fun at Ridgeland, and that's an important part of it. So tell me about the grading the project and kind of the criteria.
What goes into that?
Right. They students, all seniors will submit a proposal. They'll complete a prospectus. They'll do a resume, and ultimately, after they've accumulated at least 30 hours, like in Morgan's case, it's far more than 30 hours, and that's not uncommon. They'll actually present this project before a panel of faculty judges, and so there's a public speaking element and that goes along with it. But it's a very, very lengthy ordeal. In some cases, like with our STEM students, a senior project can be the culmination of 4 years of preparation, where they build upon it progressively, and then they pitch it, you know, on STEM senior project night.
Okay.
So it's very, very involved, and it really prepares students to go off into the real world. And
that's what I was just thinking, because I mean, in our field in college, we've had to do a lot of public. You remember those speech classes, but this really is, even though some of them dread it, and I know it's a little anxiety.
What motivates you to keep going and keep pursuing that?
Just, I guess, the outcome, knowing that you're doing something that's making a difference, it makes you feel good on the inside, knowing that you're helping somebody. So.
Right. And then you found the lady that actually represented the check there.
Kelly Hurd, yes. I actually have known her for quite some time. I went to school with her youngest son, so I knew Kelly from the past, and when they told me Kelly was coming to accept the check, it just made it even better. It made it even more special.
Because you've had a lot, and are the kids, you said they're pretty free to kind of pick are there some guidelines? Do they have to be approved before they pick a project?
They have to be approved, but there is some latitude there. Some students will have like an education-focused senior project where they try to inform the public. We had one student who is a Cherokee Indian, and he wanted to inform the public about his heritage and everything. So his was that. We had another student who was very into the horror genre,
Right.
and he wanted to educate people about the difference between horror movies and scary movies, and so
Right.
they do those kinds of things, but it's important that it's tied into either a community, an educational, or a career focus,
Right.
or a service focus, and so
Absolutely. Well, I love the diversity though, because
Yes.
it really allows them, you know, there's
Right.
like a strict guideline. It really allows them to kind of represent their personalities, or in Morgan's case. So, and what's next for you quickly? But
Yes.
we don't have a lot of time left, but I wanted to get that in. You're going on to play college ball.
I am, yes.
For softball.
Yes.
Where are you going?
Carson Newman University.
Okay.
in Jefferson City.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know, that's
Thank
great.
you. I'm
Like I said, we
excited.
featured you before here, so we're very proud of you. And I just wanted to have you on to talk more about this. And Dr. Stinson, thank you also for being here. We're going to pop up a graphic too. If you want to donate to St. Jude, such a great organization. There's their website there and their 800 number. Thank you both so much for being here
Thank
today.
you.
Love
Thank you for
having you
having
guys.
us. Thank you
And
so
we'll be
much.
right back in just a moment with more Let's Chat.